The trailer for Madam Web came out a couple days ago, and it surprisingly got quite a bit of buzz, but not all of it positive. And I don't say it's surprising because I think the trailer looks bad, but because Madam Web is such an obscure character in Marvel Comics. Personally, I thought the trailer looked interesting. It feels so different than any other trailer you would see these days. It almost looked like a fan film, but I also think it kind of looks like a trailer from the 2000s or even the early 2010s, which actually makes me excited because that was a time when studios making superhero films weren't so sure of themselves that they started making big budget but low effort films. Now, were those films as good as a lot of the MCU films? Not necessarily, but you felt like there was professional work being done. Now, I had already seen the plot synopsis before the trailer, including some leaks and rumors, but I was still surprised to see the character Ezekiel Sims there, and I think it's an interesting choice to make him the villain. Though I do believe that he won't be the true villain of the film, or at least there will be someone greater down the line. Like perhaps Ezekiel is almost the Loki of this film, and he is acting on behalf of a Thanos type character, who in this case I believe might be the Inheritors. Honestly, there's so much lore to go into, and I think I need to make separate videos for some of these characters. But basically, you have the original Madam Web, Cassandra Webb. You have Julia Carpenter, the second Spider-Woman and second Madam Web. Maddie Franklin, the third Spider-Woman, and Anya Corazon, the first Spider-Girl and another Spider-Woman. And then you have the antagonist, Ezekiel Sims, who in the comics was a guy who got spider powers prior to Peter Parker by engaging in a mystical ceremony. Cassandra Webb definitely has her precognitive abilities from the comics, though they also gave her enhanced strength, which is kind of hilarious because in the comics she's both blind and paralyzed. I hope that they go into the origins of these characters and they don't just say that by meeting each other that they were destined to get spider powers, which is the direction that it seems like they're going in. But I think that this film is proof that they're leading into a live-action Spiderverse or Spider-Geddon type event film for this Spider-Man universe. And it'll be a case where all the Spider Totem characters end up facing the Inheritors who want to consume them across the multiverse. Perhaps Ezekiel in this film is actually attempting to kill the Spider Totems so that the Inheritors won't come to their world or something like that. I don't know. But this trailer made me really curious. And I'm honestly more excited about this than pretty much anything Marvel's putting out next year outside of Deadpool 3. Looking at the schedule, Sony has 3 films coming out next year while Disney only has 1 confirmed project, Deadpool 3. So you've got Madam Web, Craven, which I'm also looking forward to, and Venom 3. So it's going to be a good year for Sony. It's going to give them a chance to show what they've been working on behind the scenes in comparison to Kevin Feige and his convoluted multiverse saga. The question you have to ask is Madam Web going to be another Marvel situation? Financially, I don't believe nearly as much money went into it, so they have less to lose. Creatively speaking, it makes far more sense for these Spider-Women to be together in a movie than it did for the Marvels. Like the Marvels, they had to come up with some stupid gimmick to tie those 3 characters together, but in the comics, these characters have a connection through the web of life and destiny. As long as Sony plays their cards right, as long as this movie wasn't made to appeal mainly to teen girls, and it's just a cool superhero film, it will be different. It's not going to be a traditional superhero film, but I think if they dig deep into the lore, rather than going the girl power route, then I know that I will at least enjoy the film. And if it's done well, I think it'll prove to Disney that you can have a female-led film without it being pandering and poorly written. Like the first Wonder Woman film. It was female-led, it was a great movie. For some reason, the MCU hasn't been able to crack that formula. Not with Captain Marvel, not with Black Widow, and not with the Marvels. But you know what I didn't see in this trailer is Spider-Man. When are they going to bring Spider-Man into the Spider-Man universe? I don't need it to be Tom Holland's Peter Parker, just give me a Peter Parker. Bring Andrew Garfield back. He's my favorite live-action Spider-Man, and while this Spider-Man universe is a little bit less grounded than Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man, it's much more grounded than the MCU, so I think that Garfield's Spider-Man would fit really well into this universe that's so far populated with Venom, Morbius, the Vulture, I assume Craven, and perhaps Madam Web as well. But let me know what you guys thought about the trailer in the comment section below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate it if you would hit that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell so you never miss out on a new video. Thanks for watching.